didn't come here to mess around. This ain't no ninny-nanny. This ain't no peppermint patty playground. This is backyard wrestling 2. That means twice the intensity, twice the passion. Do you have what it takes?
I'll stretch you out.
I've been a big wrestling fan my whole life. I've been a big video game player my whole life, and I just saw a lot of room for great improvement in the wrestling genre of video games. So we wanted to approach the genre with a new direction with Backyard Wrestling, the series, and kind of break all the rules of what was there. That's kind of the premise of the game. The cool thing about Backyard Wrestling is that it takes all the successful elements of wrestling video games, which is these really great wrestling maneuvers, over-the-top weapons use, great grappling and submission systems, and kind of hand-to-hand combat. Wrestling games have always been traditionally the most fun when you're playing with a friend. It's fun to play the computer, but you really need that live interaction with another person. You need someone that you can talk shit to, you can make fun of, they can make fun of you, and it really just heightens the experience. Shit talking is a huge part of the professional wrestling or wrestling game playing experience.
Shut the hell up!
There's a town called Brighton. Brighton, Michigan is a small town. It's on the outskirts of Ann Arbor, where U of M is. It's in southeastern Michigan, but it's a smaller town compared to Detroit or Flint or towns like that. And I heard my friends, live there, and I heard about these crazy wrestling matches. They didn't even call it backyard wrestling at that point. They just said there's a wrestling match. It's going to be in the the parking lot of my dad's business, at 9 p.m. on Sunday night. And these people would go ballistic. And I saw these videos, and there was a guy got caught on fire, and then they couldn't put him out, and he got really badly burned. And I said, what's going on here? This is crazy. Who's organizing this? And what I really liked about it was that it was people doing things on their own terms, taking something that had become, at that point, professional wrestling had become very sterile and very clean and very organized and very much of a business, which is fantastic. But the entertainment value was put much higher than the danger, and the entertainment and the business was put as a priority over the actual physical risk that was involved. And this was people doing things completely subversive, what they wanted to do with real violence and real risk that wasn't in a filmed ring, that wasn't in a commercial environment. It was in a raw outdoor environment, backyard wrestling. That was the whole idea. And I said, this is exciting. This is what I've always been into. And I can't wrestle. I'm not good at physical things like that. But that's, I think, the whole beauty of this is you don't need to be a professional athlete.
The goal with Backyard Wrestling 2 is to take what we did with the first game and kind of improve it in all areas. And I think we really hit upon a winning combination with the first game. It was successful. People seemed to really embrace the idea. It was something different in the wrestling genre. So one of the first things you'll notice when you boot up the new game is just graphically it looks a zillion times better than the first game.
Reporting live from Al's truck stop, where the Insane Clown Posse has just pulled into town. We're here to find out why the most hated band in the world has suddenly come to our town.
One of the great things about having these intense graphics in the game now is, we have this great colorful cast of licensed characters, and now that we can actually display them properly, you can see all the scars on New Jack's forehead. You can see, all the different tattoos on Supreme and the ICP characters. It just makes for a much more realistic experience as you play.
Oh, hold up.
Backyard wrestling, huh? Live on TV, $1 million prize. Well, what you failed to realize is who you're gonna be facing in the main event.
Let's hear it for the one, the only, Insane Clown Posse! What the fuck I'm talking about? Punk-ass bitches up here.
Play us, Violent J, and my friend,
Shaggy too dope, and don't be scared to use my character, because I kick ass.
Kevin Gill knows that we are the most successful backyard wrestlers there is. We wrestled in the WWF, we wrestled in WCW twice.
ECW, XPW, any W there is. Put a W on it, we've been in there.
You should see some of the shit he does.
No, some of the shit that gets done to me.
Welcome to Supreme's world. Are you ready to play backyard wrestling too? You ready to fight me? This is probably your only chance you're ever gonna get.
I'm the masked horn dog. The horn dog only has one specialty move, and that's his unit. I like to call it the horn dog's tripod.
The original player from the Himalaya, Sanjay Dutt. Sanjay Dutt, where can I see Sanjay Dutt? Where can I play as the original player from the Himalaya? There's only one place, and that's Backyard Wrestling 2. There goes the neighborhood, and there goes Sanjay Dutt all over your video screen.
The backyard wrestling phenomenon really started to take off in the mid to late 90s when there was a really revolutionary wrestling company called Extreme Championship Wrestling, run by a gentleman named Paul Heyman out of Philadelphia. Many of the top stars in wrestling today all came through the ECW system, from Stone Cold Steve Austin, Chris Jericho, Rob Van Dam. The list just goes on and on. In ECW, you had legendary characters like New Jack and Sandman and people of that ilk who just basically no one had done the stuff they had done before. And to be able to even reach out to something that means so much to so many people like the remnants or the memory of ECW, and to be able to take the New Jacks and the Sandmans of the world, and even Insane Clown Posse has been in ECW, so it's kind of just a nice, it's always an ongoing kind of tribute to the pioneering effort that those guys put out, and Blood and Guts hardcore style certainly influenced backyard wrestling to this day. You look at the state of the wrestling industry today, you look at the big wrestling companies, their attendance is down, their ratings are down, their merchandise is down. They don't know what's going on, but at the end of the day, if you don't give the people what they want, they're not going to keep lining up to come back for more. Backyard wrestling gives the people what they want. We're in the message boards. We communicate with our fans as directly as we can through email and other forms. Backyard Wrestling 2 was basically redesigned by the fans. Everything they loved about Backyard Wrestling 1 is back. Everything they didn't like is gone. And everything they wanted to see online, really in-depth creator wrestler, more environmental interaction, more hardcore characters. You want it, you got it.
This is New Jack, the original gangster, the only, the one and only. Second to none.
That's 12 years of funk, baby. Yeah. That's 12 years of putting it down. And this shit ain't no joke, bro. This shit is hard as leather.
Yeah, one of the cool things in the Backyard Wrestling series is the soundtrack. You know, we have everything in there from, you know, punk rock to metal to rap to top 40 stuff, you know, and basically we try to have something for everyone.
Soundtrack supervisor involves sitting down and listening to a couple of thousand songs from the last 15 to 20 years across all ranges and styles of music, and identifying who are the right people, artists, sounds, and personas to bring the audio experience of Backyard Wrestling 2 to life.
One of the cool things you can do is if there's certain songs you like, you can highlight them and put them in a playlist so they're always playing in your match. If there's a song maybe that you don't like, you can also put a check by that and then you'll never hear it. When you walk into the building and see the energy in the room and the people that are showing up to see the band, to see that band come through the curtain or step on that stage and just blow the doors off a place. It doesn't matter if it's a 5,000 seat building or a 150 person bar on a Tuesday night in Grass Lake, Iowa. At the end of the day, it's all about the band's energy and enthusiasm.
Make some noise! Show me what you got! Show me what you got! That's right. Backyard wrestling, who's hustling? That's right, I'm tussling. The supersonic wave kid, you know we on this shit. That's right.
Yo, I gotta keep it real. Who loans your money, homie? Who owns the cash? Who taught you how to use the phone, vote the glass? I don't know much, but I gotta assume when you hit your first leg, your homies was sitting talking about homies,
The Insane Clown Posse characters are integral players in the backyard wrestling universe, and they'll kick your ass.
My take on backyard wrestling, it really, who as a person hasn't done it? Get drink a little beer, start a little shit talking.
Fuck that!
You smack your friends around. You know, it's nature, it's human nature. I mean, boys are gonna be boys, and I guess in this case, women are women as well.
There goes the neighborhood! There goes the neighborhood!
Backyard Wrestling Part 2.
There goes the neighborhood!
Really, just shake them up. Smother 'em.
There goes the neighborhood! That's right, Backyard Wrestling 2 at you!
There goes the neighborhood!
There goes the neighborhood!
Backyard Wrestling 2. There goes the neighborhood. Your neighborhood.